Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of the No ID podcast. I have here content creator, foot model, foot extravaganza, the one and only. Some people know as his favorite, her as his favorite. Some people know as My Way, the one and only. His favorite of My Way Souls. Say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. I appreciate it. I'm a fan of your work. Followed you on YouTube, made my way over to Instagram, and Twitter. I was part of your OnlyFans as well too. How did you?
Wait, you said what?
Yeah, I was. I actually
What?
Yeah.
Maybe we should cut this right now. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you've been making some dope content. How did you get into the foot fetish world?
Well, I guess not being real connected, I guess, when it comes to the fetish for feet or anything like that. I would when I started with my Instagram, my daughters helped me with this. So I'm thinking, okay, what kind of platform is this? What do I do? So I would always post either shoes that I'm wearing, clothes that I'm wearing, or if we're going out of town, I'm posting like my feet up on the dashboard because maybe I just got a pedicure, but not knowing that it would attract people, to my feet, because the posts that I was putting up there, not too many likes or anything. And I was like asking my daughters, so how does this work? How do you get people to follow you and so forth? And then they told me about the hashtags and so forth. So, with just a few pics I had up of my feet, like when we're going out of town, because that's just an automatic thing. If it's longer than 2 hour drive, my feet are up on the dashboard, and so somebody had commented, like, oh, you have nice feet or whatever the case may be. This is a while back. And so he reached out to me somehow. I don't even know if DMs were in at that point or if he may have made a comment openly, but anyway, we connected and he was telling me about my feet, how pretty they were, and that I should do a video for him like on YouTube. And I said, well, give me an example of what you mean. And so this guy was Duran is his name, but his IG name at the time was Feeding Your Fetish. So he has and he's known as Foot Quality. I think he has Foot Quality 1, Foot Quality 2. So I think he has quite a few pages out there. And so he kind of just led me in that direction, So we even met in person. And even though I know I always tell people I don't meet up, well, that was way early on in the stage, and his vibe was good, so I didn't feel threatened at all or worried, so we ended up meeting and he did like the photo shoot, and he has the first photo of my feet in his face. You don't see his face, but that got like so many views, and he was kind of guiding me on how to do the YouTube videos and so forth, and it just kind of went from there.
Yeah, you've been making dope. I mean, you have some dope content. Like I saw your YouTube channel. I know you transitioned from YouTube because people kept stealing your videos
And they still do.
and putting them on some sites. Has that transition been since you've moved over from the free content to the paid content?
Well, I mean, the paid content, is a choice. It's like $15 a month for the subscription, but it's unlimited content. So if I have like 1,000 or 2,000 photos on there plus videos, then that's all included for your $15 a month. I used to do the PPV where there was videos or photos where I share a little bit more of myself, but again, people steal your content. They put it on other sites, or somebody even told me, yeah, I love when you put up the content because I put it somewhere where people don't have to pay. People are real, just who they are,
So you can cuss up here if you want to. You can say assholes, bitches. Go ahead and get it out the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I try my best not to let that part of me come out because believe me, I can unleash some real demon side of me. But I just don't try. I try not to let people get the bad vibes from me like that.
Mhm.
Sometimes people I think just want that to try to take you out of character. But you know, doing this, you have to just take the good with the bad. And no matter what you take, I don't care if you're taking nude photos or sex videos, whatever. If it's just in your phone and you're not even posting it anywhere, it's just you could get hacked at some point. I'm sorry, hold on. Someone's trying to call me. Um, you have the I mean you can be hacked somehow. So it's like you took the pictures in your phone and you think they're safe. Nothing is safe. If you take the picture, it's out there, you know, it's out there. So I mean, I have so many old phones that I have so many pictures in, and I didn't know how to retrieve it, but they're still out there somewhere. So, people would take your content no matter who you are, and they will post it for themselves or whatever they want to do with it. So, I just keep that in mind, but I still do what I do, knowing that they're gonna do this type of stuff. So
Shit, the first OnlyFans you had, the his favorite '01, that was good. When
I'm
you
sorry, I
train,
cannot hear you. Hold
oh,
on.
okay.
Go ahead.
The first OnlyFans you had, the his favorite '01, that I was like, oh my god, she's showing the community. Because your videos, like you had that video, them office videos she used to have.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think he was the reason why I got on IG, to be honest with you, because I didn't have IG for a while. And then when you went to
Mm-hmm.
the My Way Souls, I was like, damn, I think I'm in love.
Well, I did the My Way Souls when I kept getting trolled, I guess you can say. And somebody just had a vendetta to get my page taken down. And he went on Twitter. I'm guessing it's a guy, he went on Twitter and there's no profile of this person, but he still had an account with Twitter and he would post the different accounts that he was successful at getting taken down. I mean, there was one female, she had, I think, like over 200,000 followers. And, her content wasn't bad or offensive at all. But his purpose for doing it is because he was like, I guess, on some type of religion thing or something like you shouldn't be doing this. And, pretty much trying to dictate what people can post. So I had to try tooth and nail. I mean, when I tell you, I was like, this is like almost 10 years or plus of work that I'm doing, and nothing is offensive. I'm not posting anything offensive. You don't like feet, that's your business. Move on. But yeah, so it took me a while, and he kept saying, if you put it back up, I'm gonna just get it taken back down. So we went back and forth about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And so that's when I created My Way Souls. Because at first I was just going to be like, forget it. I'm not doing it at all anymore. It's not even worth it. But then I'm like, no, who is this person to feel like they could just come and attack people like that and think that's okay. So when I created My Way Souls, I just, did that until my other page came back up. But then I just kept them both.
Yeah, that's some, excuse my language, that's some bitch shit what he did.
Mm-hmm.
What's the craziest or like the weirdest reaction or anything that you've gotten since you've been into the team been modeling your feet?
I get all kinds of photos and videos from people of them saying, "Oh, this is how you make me feel." Um, I get people saying, "Oh, can I send you my nudes?" Or male and female, can I send you my nudes? Or different things. Some people request, "Oh, well, can I have a farting video?" And I'm like, okay, and you get all this just from me showing my feet, that I'm into everything else. But I don't judge. People like what they like, and they won't know until they ask, if I'm okay with something. So I'm not easily offended. I just don't like drama or ignorance of any kind. But as in people's sexual preference or how my feet make them feel, that doesn't offend me at all. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if you like went on my page and saw what I usually or who I usually just have up there or what I discuss. You are the second foot model I've had um up here. Uh I've had porn stars. I had two dominatrices up here. I've been going a little while because I think like a lot of times society puts this thing on us where we're too afraid to admit that we have a foot fetish or we look at women's feet or whatever the case may have you. And I'm like, yo, if they didn't have a category for Pornhub, then it wouldn't exist if they didn't have a category on Pornhub. That's how I exactly feel, you know. So,
Mhm.
how's the dating scene been for you since you got into the foot world? I know a lot of people trying to like scoop you in because when I saw your page, I wouldn't have guessed that you was 50 with what three daughters or something like that. I wouldn't have
I
guessed
have
that.
4 daughters.
I wouldn't have guessed it. I would have
Yeah,
said,
they're all grown. That my youngest, she'll be 26 next month.
yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that you I would have guessed you at least about like 37, 35. Oh
You
yeah.
said that's what you guessed I was?
Mm-hmm. When I initially came across, like when I came across your page on YouTube, I was like, nah. And then like the videos just kept going and going and going. And then on I think Instagram you posted, yeah, I'm with my daughters or something you had put up there. And I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Black don't crack. So that's what
Right.
it
Well,
is.
thank you.
So
I try, I mean, man, sometimes it's difficult, because you let some things get to you in life and it's like, man, don't let that break you or make you look old before your time, because some things, it's like even when my mom passed, that was just like, man, that was a real tester right there, because that was like my best friend. But you have to keep moving still.
mm,
But so you said the dating life. Um,
mm,
I really don't have no comment on that. I don't even have a comment on that.
okay.
It's been eh, a challenge at times. I dated this one guy and he just couldn't get past the fact. Now, mind you, we met through Instagram, but he just couldn't get past the fact that, so many people, I guess, have access to videos or talk to me or what have you. And I said, okay, but I'm talking to you. It's not everybody else doesn't have my attention like that. But nonetheless, it ran its course. And that was that. But I don't know. I just feel like support, you know, just support. I mean, if even if like we would spend time together, I wouldn't be on my phone. I wouldn't be trying to post. I wouldn't be doing any of that. Now I'm a private person, so I'm not gonna be posting like, oh, this is me and my boo or anything like that.
mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it has its challenges, but I'm good.
I can say from experience, I've dated an actual porn star before.
Hmm.
That didn't bother me. I dated a foot fetish model and I was very supportive. Um, I actually ended up in one of her clips, like
Hmm.
hog tagging her and stuff like it didn't bother me because I think in my mind I was like, oh, they just got the Instagram and the Twitter. I'm laying up with the real deal
Right.
every night. Like they're dreaming of it. I'm actually like putting that in the fruitation. So, oh well, fuck. So
Hmm.
fuck them. So yeah, but the porn star didn't work out. She was cheating. She had some other stuff going on. Then the foot
Hmm.
fetish model, man, she was just, she just didn't have no stuff together. Wasn't no real goals.
Hmm.
So if you want to, you don't have to. Can you show everybody what we're talking about?
Say what now?
Can you show everybody the merchandise, I guess? I ain't saying get naked in that. I'm talking about your feet.
Oh, no problem.
What's your size 9?
Huh?
What's your size 9?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Size 9. And depending on what type of shoe it is, I have to even go to a 10. But that's just to be comfortable. Sometimes, so many people like long toenails, and I'm just like, look, that is too uncomfortable. It really is. I mean, because I, started back working out and everything. So when I'm in closed shoes, that can be really uncomfortable at times. I'm not trying to have ingrown toenails or anything like that, or cracked toenails just for the gram. So self-care first.
What's just like self-care ritual? Like, I know I see you get pedicures a lot. I see the toe rings, the ankle bracelets. Yeah, I see like the different shades and stuff. And I see a lot of foot fetish models up here. And it's like certain ones you like, that ain't it. But then it's like you probably like in the top, in my preference, the top 3
Mm-hmm.
that I will follow. You, because you're so goddamn chill. You ain't going up there being aggressive or nothing. Cause you know how like some of them get on the live and they be like, oh, I'm not showing that until you buy a badge. And I get it. That's your profession. Oh, and they get up there and they start berating the dude and shit. I'm like, God damn, babe. That should be turning you off. But it is what it is.
Rating them?
Yeah. They be
Meaning
like,
what?
they'll do like a dick pic rate. It's like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
I get that request sometimes. I get that request a little bit, but I don't know. That's not something I've dabbled in, before. Now when Martha and I used to be friends, which is what is hers? Fancy Feet. When we used to talk and stuff, she would like research different people's pages and what they would charge and stuff like that, because she was in it for the money only, you know. For me, I've been doing it for so long, that I'm like, when the opportunity came to make money, then yes, I took it. But again, it's a choice. It's not like I'm telling people, oh, you need to follow my OnlyFans or else I'm not talking to you, or what have you, which that's what she would do. It's like they would DM her and ask her a question or whatever. And she's like, well, are you on my OnlyFans? And they'd be like, no. She's like, well, I can't talk to you, and you shouldn't be like that. I mean, they can probably just have a genuine question or whatever. I mean, still speak to people, and I would tell her that. But anyway, so she would research and she found some female, her rates and dick rating was on there, and so forth. So she's like, look, we could do this and we can charge this and charge this. And I'm like, I honestly like what I do. I love to show my feet. If you guys love it, I love it too. I mean, the fact that I get the responses that I get from you guys, just encourages me even more. And again, that's why I kind of went back to YouTube again, because so many people were requesting it. Just the simplicity of it, just sitting there showing my feet, talking to you guys about my day or what have you, that comes natural for me. I don't have to have a script. I don't have to have any of that. That's just something that comes from within that I like to do. So I don't mind answering DMs and talking to some people. But again, it's the vibe. So if some people come off wrong, like right off the back, oh, can I have a foot job? I'm probably gonna block you, because don't come at me like that. You don't see any of my content like if I'm just about that life like that. You like to see my feet, I like to show my feet. So I can be real as the next person, but still approach me with a little bit of respect. Some people, they're just really just straightforward, just rude and um no tact. They just vulgar, just come right out. I'm like, Yeah, no, you got the wrong one. There's several out there that would do what you want. I'm not that one, you know. Um, Throughout the years, I have expanded, you know, in certain directions that I said I wouldn't do before, you know, like OnlyFans, you know. But I'm good with that. You know, comes over time comes growth, you know, and change. And that's, you know, kind of how things have been going, you know, because I've had some people like, oh, you said you wouldn't do this and you said you wouldn't do that. First of all, I don't need you judging me, you know, and I'm not your child, you know. And again, like I said, people don't just stay in the same place, they grow, you know, or they choose to do other things, you know, and that should be respected. And if people don't have the mind to expand and accept change, then stay where you are, but leave me alone, like that.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah. So I always ask people this. I know we wasn't really prepared because I didn't even expect you to reply back to a DM. But I always ask every guest two questions. One question would be, what advice would you have for those that's looking to get into what you're doing? And the second question would be your top five comedians, dead or alive, in any order.
What? Okay, so for anyone that's trying to do the whole foot fetish thing, again, I know times are hard right now with this pandemic and so forth. A lot of people have lost their jobs. And of course, YouTube, social media, everything is pushing some type of hustle. You know, you have people that saying, oh, I just sold like 5 foot pics for such and such, and I made this much money. They make it seem very easy. And I don't know what crowd that they're reaching, because some people do. They hit it and they hit it hard, you know, I mean, as in making good income from that. And hey, to each his own, you know. But if you're going to do this, just be prepared for the good and the bad, you know. People will try to call you on Instagram without your permission. I get that often. People will send you their dick pics or whatever the case may be because they feel they can, you know, and they're going to try to reach out to you. So if you're not ready for all of that attention or responsibility that comes along with you sharing your pics with people, then don't do it. You know, because girls get offended right away. And who is he? You're a weirdo. About don't call people a weirdo. You're showing your feet. So if he's weird, then you weird. If that's the way you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So they have to be more I guess more compassion, you know, for people. You know, don't just right off the back judge somebody because they get hard to your feet or they want to come to your feet or they want to see you or whatever the case may be. Like I said, you have to be mentally ready for it, for anything in life, but really for somebody with a fetish, you have to be ready because sometimes it can go further than that. You know, it may start off that they like your feet. Now they're asking for this, that, and the other, you know, and you have to be able to respond without being offended, you know, and understand where maybe where they're coming from. But again, you're putting out content, you're gonna have some type of response back, good or bad, you know, so you have to be ready for it. And if you're not a people person or if you don't make time, again, just don't do it. Just don't do it. You have to be ready for it no matter what. And you said comedians,
hmm
Eddie Griffin, because man, he's funny, but politically he puts it out there. You know, like they say, stay woke. He's that one. You know, um, of course, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart. I probably named already more than what you asked, but um, oh, Bernie Mac, most definitely. Um, I didn't name any females, so there are some good female comedians out there, but Adele, she's good too. Um, can't really think of any other female ones right now, but those are along the lines of the ones I like.
That's true. You must ain't never seen none of.
He's okay too.
You must ain't never seen none of my stand up. Then I don't
Huh?
think. You never seen none of my stand up. I don't think. Have you?
I don't think so. I think you had sent me a link before,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I probably only watched a little bit of it or something. Like I'm living not by myself, but I mean my family, as in my daughter and my grandchildren, they don't live with me anymore. So I was constantly never had time for anything.
Okay. All
So
right. Let me go ahead and while we on this chat, get a view up because while I'm doing this, I always want to dedicate any episode out to one of my comedic mentors.
mhm.
That is definitely going to be D Militant. He did pass away at the end of last year. So that's one of the
Oh,
ones that inspired me. Michael
mhm.
Kyers is going to definitely be on that list. Nori Davis is on that list. My list changes too much. Uh, Damn, Seinfeld, because I watch a lot of his stuff. That's what people
Mhm.
don't get. Like I love Seinfeld.
Yeah, I
Uh,
do too. That's a funny show anyway.
Damn, Seinfeld. He's not a comedian per se, but he's been on my show, and that's Diallo Riddle. That's he created a Southside on HBO Max. Have you seen that before?
No.
Okay, if you got like Seinfeld, you're gonna love this. If you ain't got HBO Max, word of advice: just create an email address, ride that 7-day subscription, cancel on the 6th. You want to pay the $10, whatever the case, man.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's one of them. But yes, I just sent you a clip.
Yeah,
So
I've seen it pop up.
yeah. So if they want to follow you, get your content, view your content, how do they follow you?
Well, the his favorite 01 is on Instagram, and my link to my OnlyFans is on both pages on my his favorite one and his favorite 01, excuse me, and on my way underscore souls. The link to my OnlyFans is on both of those, also on Twitter, which on Twitter, I believe it's his favorite 01, or I don't even remember. I think is because I think that was taken actually. I don't know why, but so I don't know if I put 011
It's zero
or
one one.
011.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, that's it on Twitter. Anyway, the link to the OnlyFans is always on that as well. And then, like again, I started my YouTube back up, so that's Triple A Bragg. That you I will come up. Um, and I hear people can Google his favorite one, and I guess my different stuff come up. So yeah.
Well, if anybody wants to get in contact with her, I'm going to say this right now: be respectful in her DMs because she did not have to give me this interview at all. Number two, don't copy her shit. Be respectful. Don't send no dick picture. Um, just be respectful because she doesn't have to give you that type of free content. And if you see some of these ones that's out here, like it's one that charges $50 just to even follow her page. So
What?
yeah, $50. I hit her up on IG because like I want to dig more into like the foot fetish market. And she was like, it's $50 to follow my page. And her shit was private. But she has a
Wow.
personal page. She has a personal page that's not private. So people are
Mhm.
tagging like all those foot fetish pages that, take her pictures and like, oh, we're paying homage to such and such. They'll tag her personal page because they don't want to pay the $50 to get on the other one.
Wow.
Like she
See,
charged.
I don't know. I mean, my whole take on it, even way back some years back, I'm like, okay, if somebody can see you out on the street, I could be walking down the street right now. Somebody might recognize me and I have on sandals. I'm not going to sit there and say, don't look at my feet. I'm going to charge you $50. I mean, it is what it is. People can do what they want to do. And if people decide I'm gonna pay $50 and I don't even know what it is, but I'm gonna pay the $50 and see what I can get, I'm sure she's not giving refunds,
Hell
you
no, she
know.
ain't gonna
And
leave.
it's like, I've even had somebody tell me, oh, your page ain't worth no $15. Okay, but you paid to get on here, so now you can get off, you know. And then some people's like, well, I can't afford $15. Okay, and that's your business. That sounds like a you problem, not me. I didn't ask you to
So,
join. I'm just telling you, it's the option is there, because so many people want this and want that. Okay, so some requests I take, some I don't, you know. Um, but still, I don't know. I just I don't see I wouldn't take it that far, Again, like it's an option and people can do what they want, but I think sometimes when people do that, they make it bad on a lot of different levels. Um this is a platform for free content, paid content, whatever it is, but for me, like I said again, for me it's not all about the money. I like to do what I do. I really do. I mean, I like to do it. So I love to do it. I mean, I would love to make more time to do it, you know. And if I had better quality, I mean, stuff to where I don't like for my videos to come out grainy. I don't like my pictures to come out grainy. I have a new phone and I'm not pleased with it. I got that Pro Pixel Google phone or whatever. All because I thought it was supposed to be an upgrade from what I had. And, it's not all of that, So I'm still learning this phone, but I really try to put out the best quality content I can for the people that appreciate what I do. I mean, because I do appreciate so many of you because you still there even after following me from day one. They still here showing support. I have people that's on my OnlyFans that don't even probably go on there, but they support the fact that I do it. They stay subscribing. So that means a lot to me. I don't know. I truly enjoy it. So I mean, I know I can probably charge more and probably even get it, but that was never my intent, you know. Um, so I mean, does the $15 a month subscription help me in many ways? It does, I mean, that's the only platform I'm getting paid for. With YouTube, when I put up that video, I think it was a pool pet,
mm-hmm.
uh, and it got like I think almost 100,000 views. And somebody just kept flagging it, and they just kept on with it, and YouTube took it down. And I'm like, after all these views, now you want to take it down? If I was violating any type of community guidelines, you should have took that down even at 5 views. You know what I'm saying? Or 10 views or 100 views. You're gonna wait till it get all the way up to 100 and then take it down? And that's when I got pissed off and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I said either YouTube is being very sensitive or they not checking like they should. They just taking somebody's word for it,
That
but
is too.
why hate? I mean, because it's not you in my video, like for real. So I don't know. People just have their own agendas and not all the time is good, but they shouldn't just because they're miserable, they shouldn't want company, so to speak. I mean, don't pick on somebody else, just because it's not going the way you want it to, you know. I've dealt with another individual and he was a hot mess. I swear. I mean, every chance he got, he was trying to insult me or just he was a mess, and I had to block him on everything. And he ended up getting on, I don't know if he created another page. He's like, hey, I can't see your content. Do you still? And I'm thinking, this that fool. I'm like, well, I blocked you from everything because he, I swear, I think mentally something was wrong with him. But even when I went live one time on YouTube, he was just bitch this, bitch that, and him and another guy. And somebody had to, they were like, man, what's your problem? What is going on? So just different stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what's these people's problem, but that's part of the reason why I don't meet up with people, because you just don't know who you're going to come in contact with and
That's
what
true.
their intentions are. And I'm not putting myself out there like that.
Nah, you're too valuable. Nah. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. It do be some fuck shit going on. Even like on the comedy scene, be some fuck shit going on. That same type of shit. But like, why even jump on the live if you just gonna go up there and try and turn up? And you're turning up behind a computer, you're probably in your mother's basement. And excuse me for saying this, you're probably beating off to these pictures and videos that you're posting. And they just, I don't know. It's some hater shit up in there. I'm like, what the hell?
But they want the attention though, just like if a kid, you label it a bad kid because they're always doing something all the time to get in trouble. But he's probably not getting the attention and love that he really needs. So he'd rather get bad attention versus no attention, And I feel like that's how these people are. It's like, oh, if you're not going to respond to me when I'm trying to say hello or whatever, then I'm going to just, turn up and I bet you'll respond then. No, I don't respond then either because I could come on and cuss you out or text cuss you out or whatever, but I just delete, block and delete. I don't have time for that. Why do I need to give you that energy? I have so much other stuff I could be doing instead of trying to argue with you back and forth. And I'm not in competition with no other foot model or any of that. I mean, people do what they do. Props to you, whether you got 10 followers or 10,000 or whatever. Hey, God bless you. Do your thing.
Facts. That's big facts. Yeah, I heard that shit. First, I got an exclusive interview with a legend. And if I make you laugh on it's a virtual show that I did. If I make you laugh, I'm gonna ask that you follow my YouTube or you follow my IG, one or the other.
I'll follow them both. Without you making me laugh. You've been around for a while, you one of the faithful ones. So I don't have a problem following you back at all.
It's hard to find somebody or something that you like and consistently follow it. I personally have followed content creators. I follow podcasts. I've liked the status. I've watched the podcast. But if you can't keep my interest, I will unfollow you and maybe still go on your page. It's two comedians that I was following that was making skits, and I was following them faithfully. After like a month, I was like, fuck it. It ain't worth it. And then it was a foot fetish model I had followed because I wanted to get her on the podcast. That's the one that got on the live, and then she was up there going off for no fucking reason. And I was probably the third one in the group on her thing. Fuck y'all need to do that. Who gonna pay for this? Who gonna pay for that? I'm like, well, damn. The hell? You're not my lady. If you was my lady, I would pay for your toes to get done. If you're not my lady, I ain't gonna be doing no shit like that. You gotta be, I don't even have cash up, so you gotta be special to me to do some shit like that. You gotta have that it factor. I ain't talking about no cheeks or no sex now, but yeah, you gotta have that it factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do appreciate you jumping on the podcast. Once again, y'all can follow her on IG at his favorite 01, Twitter at his favorite 011. Was it my _ way souls?
My way _ souls.
Okay. Click that link on the bio, hit that subscribe button. It says $15. Even if you think $15 too much, you can at least stay up there for it's a month. And OnlyFans don't give you a refund anyway. So once you in there, you in there. So be respectful in her DMs. Stop sending dick pics. Stop sending dick videos, sending news in general. Stop calling her on IG. That shit is annoying, okay? And if she don't reply to a DM, she's probably busy. You know what I mean? This is not her life. I'm pretty sure Shawty got something set up. She probably got a yacht on wheels out there in the parking lot that we don't.
Well, let me clarify something. Okay, so I get people that be like, oh, well, you don't respond to my DM no more or what have you. First of all, I have so many DMs. I mean, I have a lot of DMs. Okay. I don't just memorize. Well, you I know because you haven't changed your name that I know of, but I know who you are. Some people I don't really know them, familiar with them like that. And then I have so many, it's like, do I go back to it? Like, did I respond to this person? Or what? Charge it to my head, not my heart, if I don't respond back, and then sometimes if it's just a hi, I may put a heart there, I'll be high back, or something. Or they may make a statement like, oh, your feet are so gorgeous. So I may put a heart, I may say thank you, but sometimes people, when they DM, they're not even saying anything for me to respond, I mean, um, or maybe it's something and I did respond, but now you ask me the same thing again. So what else do you want me to say? If you ask me this once and I answered it, that's what it is, you know. Or sometimes again, if they're just being disrespectful, then you don't get a response from me, and sometimes like how the DM is set up, you can accept it or decline it. But you can see what it is, you can read what it is before you decide to accept, to respond, or what have you. Some of them, they just have what's in there, like they may have a link in there. I don't know what that link is. I don't know if that's some type of bug to your phone or whatever. I don't open links that I don't know what it is, or if people don't have a profile, they don't have anything up, it's just like 00 whatever. I don't answer that either. You know, you want me to respond to you? Well, give me something to respond to. I don't know who you are, you know, um, make yourself a little bit known. I'm not trying to put nobody out there. I don't screenshot and call people out. I know people that do that. Like if somebody send a dick pic, they will screenshot and post it on their page, like, look at this person, blah blah blah. I don't do that. You know, Again, that's your business. That's your business. I mean, I'm not offended by it by any means. Sometimes they send one, I'm like, is that real? Type of thing. But so, like I said, I'm not offended by it, but it's like, I know you should come with something better than that. You don't have to start off that way. It's like, I don't know. They don't sit in their face, of course. It's just that. And I'm like, you could have easily got that from Tumblr, Pornhub. Probably not even them, But I don't know. I think I just went on a rabbit trail with that. But
Yeah,
still,
you good. You good. Because the stories I would heard from the two that I was dating, the stories, the DMs, the weird shit that I would see on a consistent basis. I think I was laying up with him one day. We was just laying down talking, and like dude came up in the DMs, was like so fucking disrespectful. She was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She was like, "I'm busy. Right now I get back with you." He just went off, bitch this, bitch that, motherfuck
mm-hmm,
this, mother. I'm like, damn, bro, like she busy. The hell? Like,
mm-hmm.
go corner. Like, what is oh god. They just
Yeah, like
be
if you don't have a life outside of Instagram or
exactly.
social media.
Then the porn star, like when we was talking, we wasn't even like official. She like, dudes just randomly think because she porn, she just instantly just gonna supposed to give up the cheeks. I'm like, nah, I don't think it worked like that. Like,
Mm-hmm,
nah, shot it. But it is what it is.
mm-hmm.
So if you come back on, for the listeners out there, she comes back on my podcast, which I hope she does. Cause like I said, my podcast is really dug into the sex positive fetishes and just different things.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that she's actually I made her laugh. I will screenshot you saying, "Oh, good job. You're hilarious." And then I'm going to be in your top 10, 20, whatever it is. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I got confidence in myself. So we're going to go ahead and sign off, but I'm going to let y'all know if y'all want to follow me or get in contact with me, you can follow me at strictly_Rome. That's on IG and Twitter. You can follow my podcast page at No ID Podcast. You can go on YouTube and it is No ID Media TV. You will see my podcast and my stand-up as well as some sound bites as well too, and a couple of skits. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, rate, tell a friend about both of us. And we're both content creators in our own form. I don't have cute toes or feet. I'm good, but she does. So you saw them. You know what I'm saying? You will be seeing the soundbite when it comes out. I do appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Stop recording.